how you're doing? I hope you're all doing well. So welcome back to my advent calendar series I'm doing every Monday and Thursday in November. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, because I have a bunch more to come. I've been doing arts, crafts, and stationery advent calendars so far this month, and today is no exception. This was one I was not 100% sure if I was going to do or not, because it's completely different to anything I've ever done before, but it's something that I've always wanted to do. But it's one of those things that, like, will my audience like it? Will they actually want to watch it? Also, make sure you follow me over on Instagram, because I'm trying to make more effort with it. It's always been just a secondary platform I forget about, but I'm trying to make more effort with it and build it up, and it's more like behind the scenes stuff, lifestyle stuff. So if you want to see more from me for whatever reason, feel free to follow me over on Instagram at Chloe Rose Art. Okay, so for today's advent calendar, as always, will be linked in the description down below. We are starting off with the Caterpillar cross stitch advent calendar. This is it right here. Now, I've never done anything like this before. Like, I've done cross stitch very briefly before when I was a kid. I did some latch hook, I did some cross stitch, and the reason I picked this one in particular is because I keep getting ads for it. Not just the advent calendar in particular, but for the actual products they make. They have the most beautiful, unique cross stitch patterns I have ever seen, and I don't know what I'm doing. So I figured, you know what, this advent calendar will be a great way to, I don't know, see if we can start off with it. So Caterpillar Cross Stitch is a small business based, I believe, in the UK, because everything is in pounds. So, I mean, British pound sterling would tell you that it is in fact. But essentially, I get ads for this brand all the time. They have crochet, they have cross stitch, they have a subscription box, which if people are really interested in this, maybe I'll subscribe to that and make more content on it. Feel free to let me know if you do want to see that. But they have these beautiful cross stitch patterns, which are just so fun. They have like Halloween themed ones, Christmas ones, encouraging ones with nice quotes. Home is where the heart lives. And like, look how cute. I feel like I've never seen cross stitch quite like this before. Maybe that's just me being ignorant, but I feel like they're just really fun and cutesy. They're pretty reasonably priced, $13. What's nice about it too is they have a ton of options. So you can buy a premium kit that has the hoop, the fabric, the pattern. You can get a standard kit, or you can just buy the PDF pattern, which is a digital download. So if you have everything already but you like the pattern, you can just buy the cross stitch pattern and download it right away. So I really like that a lot. I think it makes it quite fun. The advent calendar I bought is unfortunately sold out now, but of course this is a small business. They have a ton of patterns. If you like what you see in here, they have a ton of options. I'll link it down below, of course, but this was $147, and unfortunately something I was met with a lot this year was the tariff problem. So originally I paid $152 for this advent calendar, and then a few days later I got an email saying that there was an underpaid import duty that I then had to pay an outstanding $14.72. Again, this is not the brand's fault at all. This is unfortunately just what the USA is doing now. So a lot of advent calendars that I had imported into this country this year were stupidly expensive. So this advent calendar essentially says, this beautiful decorative box is packed with 24 exciting gifts, including 3 new cross stitch patterns, new needle minders, scissors, Zweigart fabrics, DMC thread / floss, DMC needles, and more. Discover new products, enjoy beginner-friendly projects, and store your crafty supplies inside the reusable keepsake box. So I saw that it was appropriate for beginners, so I thought, I'm hoping this has everything I need in it to start, because I genuinely have no idea where to start. So if this does not tell me in any way, shape, or form, I'm kind of screwed, and I'm gonna have to spend a long time trying to figure it out. Receive a handy PDF guide featuring your 3 patterns, plus tips, tutorials, and ideas for all 24 items in the calendar. They also have a Facebook group, so that's good. They also had an upgradable finishing pack, but even when I bought this like 2 months ago, I bought it in September, that was already sold out, so I didn't get the one with the finishing pack. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be missing things. Apparently the finishing pack came with embroidery hoops, so I really hope this does in fact contain what I need and I don't have to go out and buy things. But I guess we'll open it up, we'll see what's inside. Oh, I freaking hate advent calendars that are like this. The Cult Pens one last year was just the same. I really hope this was worth it for me. I genuinely do. It's got very cute illustrations, which very Christmassy. Day number 1. Young goats learn distinctive accents once they begin to socialize with other kids. Ooh, this looks confusing. I'm so worried that I'm not going to know what I'm doing, so I really hope this is going to tell me. Okay, mini project bookmark. Okay, so we have a small piece of fabric here that we're going to use to cross stitch, and there's a needle in there, so that's going to make sure I don't stab myself with that. All threads for this pattern are provided within the advent calendar. Okay, good to know. So then we have 2 threads right here. There's no red. We have green and brown for that. It looks like you do need more colors than this, but they've only provided the 2. I am not going to show this because there is a warning at the top that says these patterns are for personal use only. Please do not copy. All patterns and the designs for those patterns are copyright protected, and it is illegal to copy, share, reproduce, sell, or redistribute these patterns physically or online. Any breach of copyright is always immediately followed with legal action. I'm going to make sure that I don't accidentally show this pattern in this video then, but it's a very cute pattern, I will say. But yeah, for this one we just have the 2 strands and then this. So at the moment you can only really do a portion of the bookmark, not the whole thing, so that's not a bad thing. I feel like sometimes you open advent calendars and you get a random thing and it's like, this is an art palette but there's no paint for it. What am I supposed to do with this? You know, you kind of have to wait several days to open it. So if this allows for us to do little bits and pieces as the days go on, I like that a lot. That's something that I've always said they need to do with advent calendars. Day number 2 is over here. Honeybees communicate by dancing. That's really sweet, actually. I like the little facts on there. Okay, here we go. So this is the thread that we need for the following days. So a lot of respect for that, because we don't just have random things that we have to wait future days for. We have the project that we can start with first, and then it's followed subsequently by ways to finish that project. That's good. So we have a really nice green, tan, and red. Nice. So day number 3, reindeer's eyes change color in winter, turning blue to help them see in low light. I didn't know that. That's really cool, actually. I wonder if reindeers are like people that have light eyes when we go into the sun and we're like, oh, I can't see anything. Okay, so day 3, we just have a random piece of fabric. There's nothing else in here, so I'm guessing this is a project that's going to come later. I would imagine by today's day, though, maybe you're still working on your little bookmark, so it's not really a big deal. We just have this so far. So that's for day number 3. Okay, day number 4, little square one. Arctic foxes have thick fur on their paws, which helps them walk on the snow. Oh, okay, so there's a pattern in this one. Gonna make sure I don't show this one. Let's open it over here just in case. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I love that one. Obviously, I'm not going to show the pattern, but it is a beautiful little robin with some little decorative things around it. Very cute. I like that a lot. Okay, 5. A group of rabbits is called a fluffle. Oh, that's cute. Magnetic needle minder. How cute is that? That's adorable. So a needle minder, I'm guessing you put your thing there, your needle, right? And it minds the needle whilst you don't hold it, right? These are all new terms to me, but that is lovely. I'd like that as a pin, because it's basically a pin without the pin back. It's just magnetic. Very cute. Nice job. Even though I don't have a crawling baby yet, we're getting there, so I need to be careful with anything like that. Day number 6 is right here, little hedgehog. When a cat slowly blinks, they're giving the feline equivalent of a kiss. Really? So cats aren't just evil then? Someone told me that when a cat wags their tail like a dog, it means they hate you. Is that true? Because I tend to have that effect on cats. I don't know why, but they tend to sort of do this. I remember stroking a cat once, being like, oh, you're a beautiful little cat, and it was like looking at me like, I don't think me and cats get on very well. Day number 6, we have some DMC Point de Croix cross-stitch needles in 2 different sizes, 26 and 24. Again, people that do this will know the difference. I'm hoping again we'll learn it, but got some little needles there. Day number 7, right here. Mistletoe berries can shoot out their seeds like an explosion. Really? Huh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, so we have more yarn here. Oh, this one's nice. This is like metallic. Look at that. Beautiful. I hate this stuff. It just doesn't bend. That is so nice. It may look nice, but it's deceiving. Put that over with the rest of our threads. I like that this is quite a long project, so by the time you get to the next day, you most likely either haven't finished from the previous day or you're probably still working on it throughout December. Now I've actually attempted cross stitch. I realise how ridiculous what I said actually was. It takes a very, very long time. This is not like a quick 5-minute thing. This takes you a very long time. So I apologise for my ignorance when I did not know any better. So getting these threads, nice. Let's go to day number 8. Found all over the world, doves symbolise the spirit of forgiveness and peace. Okay. Nutmeg and aloe. Washi tape? I think this must be a small business. Why do we get washi tape in this? Is that a thing? How beautiful is that washi tape? Nutmeg and aloe must have designed this advent calendar box because the illustrations are very, very similar. Apparently, you don't need washi tape for cross stitch, but it is an optional tool for a specific purpose to prevent the fabric from fraying around the edges. Okay, so it prevents fraying apparently, so that's good to know. This is beautiful washi tape. We'll see how we use it later on, hopefully. Day number 9 is right here. We've got a small one. Postal workers at Christmas were nicknamed robins. Really? Okay, that's cool. Right, we have some more fabric. This is beautiful, actually. These 3 colors together are some of my favorite color combinations. We're getting a nice collection now of different threads, so that's good. 10. Llama wool has a great weight to warmth ratio, which is perfect for Christmas jumpers. We have a dark blue fabric, and some of the cross stitch patterns I've seen from this website involve a lot of dark blue backgrounds, and they are so beautiful with like the bright colors of fabric on there. So we just have a square. We don't have a ring though. I mean, we probably don't need one. I think it's just going to make it easier if we do, so I may have to go and purchase one before I actually do this, because I want to make life easier for myself if I can, and I wasn't able to purchase the pack that came with the hoop, I think, so that's a shame, but this should be good. Day number 11. Squirrels use their tails as blankets, curling them around the body for warmth. I'm liking the little facts. It makes it a bit more fun. Okay, we've got another pattern. That one. I love that one. That one's gorgeous. It's a little Santa Claus holding presents. Cute. Okay, so we have 3 cool patterns now, which these are going to take a while. I'm really excited to give this a try. I'm definitely not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do one because, again, I am a beginner, so we'll see how it goes. But patterns, gorgeous, just like they are on the website. So day number 12. Rats can learn to play hide and seek and squeak with joy when they win. Really? Wow. These are nice. Look at these scissors. I've got some fancy scissors. These are gorgeous to cut the thread and everything. Very nice. Very fancy. It's supposed to be like a heron or something. Oh my gosh, look, it's got a little caterpillar. How cute is that? She's got her own customized merch. Look at that. That is so freaking cool to have like these things with your own little logo on it. That is adorable. Big fan of that. And we're literally getting everything we need to do this, which if you've watched any of my videos before on advent calendars, you'll know that they love to not include everything that you need. I say this, I know there's no hoop, but I just wasn't able to upgrade in time before it was sold out. But that's the only thing I wish was maybe in here, just a hoop of some kind. I have no idea what size I need. I'm sure they'll tell me, but that's the only thing I think is missing. Let's open up door number 13. It's not a door, it's a box. Owls are used on Christmas ornaments to symbolize wisdom. Oh, we got another needle minder. This is very customized. All the packaging, like the little rounded edges and everything, I'm really appreciating that. This is just so cute. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? It even has the little like copyright caterpillar cross stitch on the back. They take their branding and their copyright very seriously, which they should, especially in this day and age. Day number 14. Otters hold hands. I knew that one. That is adorable. I've seen pictures of it. Otters holding hands while sleeping. So stinking cute. Okay, so we have 3 more fabrics in this one. We have white, gold, and black. So the first pattern doesn't require these colors. The second pattern we got from a few days ago does require a couple of these colors by looks of it. So this is going to be for the second and third pattern that we just got. Day number 15 is a little train. Cardinals sing even in the heart of winter, and their cheerful songs are a symbol of joy. We have another square of fabric. So there's obviously going to be another pattern here, which is interesting. I'm excited to see what that's for. Day number 16. Reindeer can travel further than any other land mammal. Really? I would love to see a reindeer in person. Okay, this is another pattern. I haven't decided which one I want to do yet. Wow, okay, that is frosted snowdrops. There's a beautiful plant. That is so nice. So far, I'm very impressed because these are all custom patterns. Everything is very customized inside. It includes literally everything you need to do multiple projects. And I'm just overall very impressed that it has so much in here so far. Cross stitch isn't the most expensive hobby in the world. Like, you can buy kits quite easily, but it is, as I say in previous videos, it's for the experience. And obviously this is a small business as well. These aren't mass produced. So yeah, if you have experience with cross stitch, feel free to let me know if you think this value is good. For me as a beginner, I don't have any of this stuff to begin with, so I'm glad that it includes everything that I need. Maybe if you're someone that already has a lot of fabrics and things like this, needles, scissors, you might feel that you don't need this. So it does strike me as something that's better for someone like me that's maybe a beginner. But again, I'll reserve judgment until I see if they teach me how to do this. If not, it's gonna take me a lot of time to figure it out. Okay, we're on day number 17, which is right here. Some penguins mate for life and give pebbles as gifts. That's so friggin' cute. Imagine being a penguin and you have a little mate for life and you give them a little pebble. Okay, beeswax. Wow, okay. 100% beeswax with winter pine essential oil. Oh, that smells so good. Let's open up this one. This is day number 18. Holly and ivy are used in decorations because they symbolize everlasting life. And we have, oh, that's cute. It's a little tin to keep our little needles safe. And probably even the little needle minders fit in there as well. And it's the same theme, same illustration as what's on the box as well. So just super nicely themed. Very, very, very well put together and done as well. Okay, we have day number 19. Woodpeckers drum to sing to potential mates. Ooh, this is one of those things, I think, that you put thread through it and then you wrap it around, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. I don't know, I feel like this would have been better earlier in the box if this is quite essential. I mean, it probably isn't essential, but if this is something you would need, especially as a beginner, maybe earlier in the box would have been good. But we have a little owl and we have a fox. Okay, so it looks like they are, in fact, needle threaders. Basically, this just helps you threading the needles. So you have like a little hook on the end, and that just helps you hook the thread in and pull it through. This is just a handle. This doesn't do anything. You just hold it. So it's nothing to do with like the thread itself, wrapping it around. That's just to thread it onto the needle. Okay, day number 21. Squirrels sometimes forget their acorn locations, allowing new trees to grow. So how many trees out there grew just because a squirrel accidentally forgot where he left his nuts? Okay, so here we have a little keychain. Is this for anything in particular? Maybe the scissors? I'm not sure. Hook the scissors on and then hook it onto something so you don't lose them and you have easy access to them. But again, very nice. This is customized to the caterpillar cross stitch again. So this is custom made, not just a generic cheap crappy thing. This is made for this brand. So that's nice. Day number 20. Evergreen trees are symbols of hope as they stay lush even in the coldest months. Okay, oh, we have another, wow, this one's jam-packed full. So for this one, we have a small little cross stitch. Okay, this is a mini project. This one's just a rainbow. So you have a little small one. You have like a little ornament here with a key ring. So you actually make it and then you store it and it's like a little key ring. So that's fun. That's like a nice little mini project, it says. Cute. I like that one. Day number 22. Crows remember faces, so you could technically make friends with one. Huh, my husband was telling me this. Like if you feed one, it will keep coming back and bring you things. Something like that. They're very smart. Okay, this is filled with stuff I am completely clueless about. So day 22 has these little stars and this little ring thing. Oh, okay, so it looks like this just keeps them all together. And it looks like this is something to do with sizing, maybe? So you do something with your yarn, I guess. You stick it through to see the size of what you need. God bless Google, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, day number 23. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of disappointed we're getting all these little accessories at the end and they weren't more spaced out. But then again, I like that we got the thread quite early on because it means we could do the project. Mice nibble on fallen berries for a winter snack. Another accessory, tally counter. Oh gosh, this is getting more and more complex as time is going on. Apparently in cross stitch, you use a tally counter to count your completed stitches in a section, especially if you're alternating colors. Day number 24, we're on the last one now. And this says, only female reindeer keep their antlers in winter, so they pull Santa's sleigh. Okay, good to know. I never knew that. And we've got another accessory. We've got a little disco ball, Christmas ornament. Cute. Okay, very nice. So we have a lot of these, which I like too. Themed for Christmas, which I love. I remember opening an advent calendar once that a lot of the paint inside wasn't very Christmassy themed or like holiday themed. And a lot of people are like, oh, I prefer it that way because I can use it throughout the year. But I feel like the point of an advent calendar is it's supposed to be like holiday Christmas themed. You know, it's a countdown to Christmas. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it needs to be Christmas themed, you know? So I appreciate that everything is holiday themed. My thoughts on this so far is I wish there was just like a piece of paper at the start or inside the box with a QR code that's like, here's your PDF, here's your video tutorials. I took this that it was sort of aimed at beginners, but obviously opening all of this, I have no clue what a lot of this even is. The patterns are beautiful. That's obviously where most of the value is in the patterns themselves. I did spend $182 on this, and to be honest with you, this does not feel very beginner to me in the sense I don't know where to start. I'm gonna look into it though as I begin. I may be mistaken and missing something here, but there's nothing like in the box box with tutorials or like a QR code or anything.
Okay, so I was a little confused because it said it was going to come with a PDF, but there was no sign of it anywhere in the box or via emails. I literally couldn't find it anywhere. So I did send them an email asking about it, and they replied, the handy PDF will be sent out nearer to December so that there are no spoilers before opening your calendar, which makes sense. Like, obviously most people don't buy an advent calendar and just open it all in one go like I do. So I did not unfortunately have access to this PDF. So I pretty much just had to figure it all out for myself, which wasn't fun, but that was okay. I completely understand why it wasn't included. I was just kind of expecting to either have it in an email or like a little QR code piece of paper in the actual calendar itself.
I also think it is very pricey, but again, it is a small business, so you've got to take that into consideration as well. Again, these patterns are absolutely stunning. Very, very beautiful. It seems like a very, very popular small business as well. There's often things I see on here that are sold out. For example, if I went to their website and I wanted to get a Happy Haunting cross stitch pattern that you can buy, you can either get it with everything, which comes to £31. So when you look at it like that, this is a very good deal because you get 2 big patterns, 1 medium-sized bookmark, and then 1 very small pattern. So you have 4 total. 3 are kind of decent size, but to buy 1, it's £31, but that does come with the hoop. So if you get it without the hoop, it's £27. And looking at it, you get like a little note card with everything you need that tells you about the stages of stitching and everything. But there's nothing like this in this advent calendar. That's why I'm very confused. I am going to go ahead though, because they do have a YouTube channel with some information on it. So I'm going to see if that helps me begin one of these patterns, because I do really want to give it a try to see where to start. So yeah, leave your thoughts down below what you think of this calendar so far. If you're maybe someone that either wants to get into cross stitch, whether you're someone that does cross stitch or someone that's not really interested in cross stitch, but you've watched this video, let me know. What do you think? Okay, so I decided to sit and do my cross stitch in the evening over the last few days because my baby had gone to bed. I was sat in my chair nice and comfy, and I wanted to be a bit more relaxed doing this because it's quite a learning curve. I basically found a couple of videos online that explained it well. There was actually a lot of how-to videos on the Caterpillar Cross Stitch YouTube channel, and they've got like 100,000 subscribers, so they're very, very informative. I also watched someone else's videos as well, so I kind of got the hang of it. I already knew how to cross stitch in the basic sense, like you make a stitch and then you do the other stitch over the top of the other stitch and make an X. But I had no idea how to kind of put the pattern onto the top of the actual sheet. And I had plans initially to do one of the bigger patterns, but I quickly realized after some research that some cross stitch patterns take days, weeks, months, sometimes even years to do, which, yeah, I did not realize that. That was me thinking, oh, I could probably do this in a couple of days. Yeah, right. I basically decided to just go with the bookmark, thinking I could get it done in a couple of hours. Well, this took me 1 hour. It was fun though. I genuinely enjoyed it, and I actually really want to get back into it because I loved doing it when I was younger. So all in all, this took me 3 hours. It's way longer than I thought it was going to be. This was 5 hours of work. It is actually not done, believe it or not. We still have a little thing to do down here. We have like a little snowflake or 2 to add somewhere else. There's also a red border here. Obviously, I can't show you the entire image because that's showing you the pattern, but I don't really know how the red would fit on the sides of this. I mean, I definitely did this tree a little bit wonky because you kind of just guesstimate where the middle of it is, and I clearly failed at that. But there is supposed to be a red border here, and I'm not really sure based on the pattern how I fit it in, but that's obviously just a noob problem. But yeah, this is really fun. We're not gonna look at the back, okay? But for a beginner, for my first attempt, I am very, very happy with how this came out, and I genuinely can't wait to do more. But yeah, for now, I really enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments what you think of this particular advent calendar and which one has been your favorite so far. Make sure to come back on Monday. Remember, every Monday and Thursday, I have a new advent calendar video, and I have a really fun one this Monday, so check that one out. And for now, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.